Well, hi and welcome back to video number 10 of SAT Math Prep videos. These problems are going to be focusing on the trig things that you need to know for the SAT math tests. As I'm going through each one of these, if you will pause before I start working the problem out, try it on your own, and then come back and check for the solution. Okay, so the first problem, I have a triangle ABC with angle A, angle B, and side AB as shown in the figure, and they want us to evaluate the length of side AC. Since we have two of the angles, we can use the law of sines, and the law of sines says sine of angle A over the opposite side A equals the sine of angle B over B equals the sine of C over C. Since we already know two of the angles, we can use those. And which one do we want to use? We want to use the one that's opposite side AC. So we're going to use B. So this is going to be the sine of 65 over side AC. And now we have side AB, and that's sine of C. We don't know what C is, but we can use the 180-degree rule about triangles, and that is 180 minus the sum of the other two angles will give us the third angle. So this is going to be 39 degrees. So we've got everything we need to solve the problem. We can substitute for AB, 34. And now all we need to do is take 34 sine of 65 degrees and divide that by sine of 39 degrees. And the calculator will show us 48.965, which we round to the nearest whole unit and makes it 49. So AC is 49. Okay, let's look at this one. We've got triangle ABC. We have all three sides, but we don't have any of the angles. So if we don't have at least one angle, we can't use law of sines. But we can use the law of cosines. And the law of cosines says this. So in words, what we have is that the length of any of the sides squared, we'll call it C, is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides minus 2 times the product of the two sides times the cosine of the included angle between those two sides. So I'm just going to kind of standardize some of the labeling here. We have side A, little a. Across from angle B, we have little b, and across from angle C, we have little c. So we could change this around and say I want to find the length, or I want to find angle A instead of angle C. So I want this one right here. So I'm going to change this to an A, change this to an A, little a, and this would be side C squared times plus side B squared, and then side C times side B. Okay, so side A we see is 25, so that's 25 squared. Side C is 13, 13 squared, and then side B is 17. And then we're going to do minus 2 times 13 times 17 times cosine of A. So what we're going to do is do a lot of rearranging here, and we're going to end up with cosine A by itself, and then we'll do an inverse cosine function. Okay, so the next step gets us to this, and now we're going to add these two together, and then we've got to multiply. I mean, we can't add the 422. That's going to be divided out. So we add these two together and subtract from 625. So we end up taking the cosine inverse of 167 over negative 422. And so the rounded answer will be 112 degrees. Okay, the next problem. This time they don't tell you that you have a right triangle, but they tell you that one of the angles is 90. So that means we do have a right triangle. Okay. If angle B is the one that's 90 degrees, that means A and C are going to go here. We've got AC is equal to 20 and BC is equal to 16. Now, even if I reverse the A and the C, I'm still going to have the same value there for the hypotenuse. Okay. So they have a second triangle that is similar to triangle ABC. So triangle ABC, and this means similar to triangle DEF. And they want to know the value of sine F. So F corresponds with C. And one of the things about similar triangles is that they have the same corresponding angles. So I don't have to even draw the second triangle. All I have to do is find the sine of C. The sine of C would be the opposite, which would be this side AB here, over the hypotenuse. I don't know what this opposite side is yet, but I can use Pythagorean theorem. And I'm going to end up with AB equals 12. I left out a few steps there. So therefore, the sine of C, which is also the sine of F, is going to be 12 over 20, which is 3 over 5. Okay, so that completes our video for today. If you would like to get some more information about SAT Math Tutoring, you can go to my website at maxmathtutoring.com. I will give you a free consultation, so if you're needing tutoring, you can set that up and schedule it directly from my website. You also have the ability to get a free download on the 5 strategies for overcoming test anxiety. By registering for that free download, you will be subscribing to an email newsletter that comes out every 1 to 2 weeks and includes lots of tips and tricks for math as well as special offers. So I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.